Kevin, we've reached the final of the Europa League, and again, Sevilla, what a history and what a record they have in this competition. I mean, they just seem to really come alive in this particular tournament. You've got to give them credit. They were 1-0 down against Man United. They didn't drop their heads. They continued to play the way they play, and they got through. Of course, ex-Liverpool player Susu getting the equaliser, and ex-Man City player Jesus Navas getting the assist. Wow, you couldn't have wrote that script if you tried, Kev. Inter Milan are 11-10. They were very good against Shakhtar. I was a little bit disappointed with Shakhtar's performance. It was a bit kind of sideways and backwards. They didn't really threaten Milan that much. Lukaku bagged himself a brace. Milan are favourites at 11-10. Sevilla, I know you tipped them up quite a while ago as the value bet at 8-1, 5-2, and 23-10 the draw. How's the Europa League final going to go?
Yeah, I think it's set up to be a very good game. Two sides banging form. Both of the domestic form was very, very good. Sevilla unbeaten in 20 games coming into this game. So, you know, they're difficult to play against. Anyone that would have seen, yeah, United did create chances at times in the game against Sevilla, but they're so solid. I think they're a great team, certainly from the defensive structure. To if you're looking at a side and how well balanced they are, there's not an awful lot of pace going forward from them, but they've got a really good structure to the side. They're difficult to play against. And this is going to be a difficult game for Inter. Inter, of course, favourites, rightly so. They demolished Shakhtar. Goals throughout that side this season as well, the way that they've played. They've got a lot of talent. Eriksen came off the bench. You've got Sanchez again, who came off the bench. Lukaku, you mentioned. Martinez is another one who scored the first goal in the last game. They've got a lot of talent throughout that Inter side. And I think the obvious choice would be to go with Inter. But I don't know if this is going to be... across the 90 minutes, I'd fancy a draw. I think that's the way it looked like that United game was going at times. The way that Sevilla do play, they make it difficult for you. So across the 90 minutes, I'd fancy a draw because I think this could go all the way. I think it could be an extra time job. I think we're looking at, certainly to lift the trophy would be the one that I'd be looking at the better market from the two sides in this game. I think it'll be tight. It'll be edgy. Under 2.5 goals is something that appeals to me in the match. And for that value bet, I'm going to go with Sevilla. I think Sevilla, with the history in the competition, they've won it so many times. I'm not saying it's going to be, you know, I think it'll be one goal either way, the way that it's going to go. But for that value bet, I think it will be tied to than most people think. And I'm just going to just tip Sevilla just to win it for that extra value bet.
Yeah, and look, for anyone out there who wants Sevilla just to win the Europa League outright, that's available at 6-5. Inter Milan, no surprise, they are favourites. They're 6-4 on to win the Europa League outright, which of course would include extra time and, if we needed, penalties. And Kevin, you spoke about Martinez and you spoke about Lukaku. I think it's the first time in a long time that Inter Milan had two league goal scorers with over 20 league goals each. It's been a massive help to them. Are they the most likely to for Inter Milan? And then you're looking at maybe Susu for Sevilla. Who would be your first goal scorer bet?
Yeah, of course, Susu, and there's a number of players maybe throughout Sevilla side that you're looking at. But as I said before, they are more of a team. They're a solid side to play against. And I mean, yeah, Martinez had a great season. Lukaku, he's continuously scored goals. You know, he's had his knockers, he's had his criticism over the years, but he's continuously scored goals throughout his career, and he's had a very good time since he's gone over to Italy. So Lukaku's the one I tipped up recently. Martinez was the one that scored the first in the last game, but Lukaku got the last goal, and with that little brace that he scored later on. So Lukaku will be the outstanding choice is I'd be looking at. I think this is going to be a bit of a tighter match, though, as I was saying. It might be a little bit of brilliance from a player coming off the bench. Again, it could be someone like Eriksen who came off the bench. Someone like that could make a difference in this game late on in a match or even into extra time late on. So they're the sort of things that I'd be looking at in this game. But I'd fancy Lukaku. Lukaku for the first goal is what I'd be going at, and Lukaku to score at any time yet.